What's up guys, MTG Matt for you, back with another video for Kamigawa New Dynasty Standard. And today we're going into best of 3 with Esper Angels. That's correct, let me actually turn off Discord here, there we go. So, Esper Angels is the deck. What do I mean by that? Well, this deck is basically an Orzhov token stack with the little spice that instead of the usual tokens from like, you know, LoLs, for example, we built a stack to be more mid-rangey by adding 4 copies of Fildra's Retribution. Fildra's Retribution is a saga for 4 mana in Orzhov colors, which on the first chapter creates a 4/4 Angel Warrior creature token with Vigilance, so a full Serra Angel. And then in chapter 2, until end of turn, entity you control gain destroy target creature with power less than its creature's power, so your angels can turn into removal spells. Keep in mind, because they have Vigilance, they can even attack first and then after attacking still use their ability. And on chapter 3, angels gain double strike until end of turn, like angels you control. So for one, we got Fildra's Retribution. For 4 mana, they put a 4/4 Flying Vigilance on the board, very efficient. Can really start putting pressure on the opponent from turn 4 on. And then occasionally the chapter 3 can just be a, you know, a one-shot kill, like one-turn kill out of nowhere. If you have a Fildra's Retribution on turn 4 and you followed up with either another Fildra's Retribution on turn 5 or a Rampage of the Valkyries, which also makes the same type of angel token, you can swing once with your first angel for 4 damage, opponent is down to 16, and then a turn after you have 2 4/4 angels, both with double strike, which is exactly 16 damage. So this deck has the play pattern sometimes that it can kill your opponent really fast out of nowhere if he doesn't find an answer to your angels. So that's the idea, that we have a mid-rangey deck with this angel shell, consisting of Fildra's Retribution on 4 mana, and on 5 mana we've got Rampage of the Valkyries, which is also an enchantment, also makes a Serra Angel basically when it enters the battlefield. And it's got the static ability of whenever an angel you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. Really neat static effect. Makes it so that the angels, they're already very good defenders because they got Vigilance, they are 4/4 flyers. When they die, they just make it so that your opponent loses even more on the board. So these two enchantments here, Fildra's Retribution and Rampage of the Valkyries, just make for a really cool angel shell, so to say. And we top it off with 4 copies of a Miracle, which can also make 2 4/4 angels. And this package right here is enough pressure to deal with most decks and really apply a lot of pressure. And then the rest of the deck around has, you know, your usual suspects of a Orzhov token stack. And we just splash blue for our card draw in the form of 4 copies of Behold the Multiverse. And we also splash blue for the sideboard, which has 2 negates and 2 Test of Talents. Against more controlling matchups, the Test of Talents are especially useful against decks that, for example, run Invoke Despair, or for that matter, any other control decks that run a lot of instant or sorcery. So that's why we're splashing blue, just to have some card draw, some access to a card draw, and access to counter spells in the sideboard. When we look at the rest of the deck, we have some good Orzhov token stuff. Got 2 copies of Thorin Mirthless. Can also make tokens in the form of vampires and draw some cards. 3 copies of the Wandering Emperor, standard all-star by now. Can deal with a lot of situations. Put some other tokens on the board, put moment counters on your angels, and just, you know, also apply a lot of pressure. Then the all-star 3 copies of Wedding Announcement, obviously puts moment tokens on the board. Eventually gives us an Anthem effect, which pumps our angels even more, making them into 5/5, potentially into 6/6s, if we have multiple copies of Wedding Announcement on the board. Just an excellent all-round card. And then when we take a look at the rest of the cards, we got a bunch of removal. We got 2 copies of Fateful Absence to destroy any creature or planeswalker. I really like having the option of Fateful Absence because although it's a removal spell that first of all does not exile and second of all gives your opponent card advantage in the form of those clue tokens, it can hit anything, and we do live in a meta where planeswalkers are quite important. So just having a removal spell that can just, for 2 mana, remove any planeswalker is really neat. 2 copies of Vanishing Verse. People are more and more, you know, like building around this card, being aware of this card and choosing multicolored permanents to counter it. But still, 2 copies are still very good and, you know, can answer a lot of those black planeswalkers, for example. It can answer Wandering Emperor and just a whole bunch of permanents that run around in the meta. So 2 copies are fine, and if we're facing a deck that's prepared for this, we can just put it out and sideboard something else in. Then we have 2 copies of March of Otherworld Delight. Again, just an all-around good removal spell, can deal with a lot of stuff. What I like most about this card is that for X equals 0, so in total just 1 mana, this can remove any token and any mana land. That's a really neat mod on there. And then that's also a specialty of this deck. We got full 4 copies of March of Wretched Sorrow, which lets us deal X damage to a creature or planeswalker to also gain X life. And first of all, again, it's nice removal against planeswalkers, but also this can gain us a lot of life. And we do want to gain a lot of life in this deck because as a third option to draw cards in this deck, I put 2 copies of Eye of Vecna in here. Eye of Vecna, I really like this card. It's from Adventure in the Forgotten Realms. It's a legendary artifact for 2 mana, which says when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2 mana. If you do, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. So if you have a deck that has the, you know, the option, the possibility to gain a lot of life back, this is just a very neat, cost-efficient way to draw some extra cards every turn. You lose 2 life every turn, but as I said, if you can get it back, for example, with March, it's not that big of a downside, and it's just a great way to draw some extra cards. And I really like it in this deck because we can get the life back with March of Wretched Sorrow. Occasionally, the Wandering Emperor also gets us 2 life with the -2 ability, and Sorin can also gain us some life with those vampire tokens. Now, if we take a look, at the land base, notably we run 2 copies of Hive of the Ire Tyrant as our mana lands, and a single copy of Cave of the Frost Dragon, and then notably we got a single copy of Eiganjo's Seed of the Empire as another flexible land. Now let's come to the sideboard, because after all, we're in best of 3. As already mentioned, we're splashing blue to have access to Negate and Test of Talents. Then we run 3 copies of Archon of Emeria. This is a sideboard plan against the Runes deck, right? Archon counters Runes perfectly, so we got 3 copies of that. Then we have 2 copies of Soul Shatter to really deal with Goldspan Dragons mainly, but Soul Shatter can also be a nice option against just very planeswalker heavy decks. For example, against Esper planeswalkers, you can just, you know, if you feel like it, sideboard into Soul Shatters to deal with those planeswalkers. And then if we're up against aggro heavy decks, we got 2 copies of Doomscar as a general good board wipe, and then 2 copies of Me Too Massacre, which can also act as a board wipe, but it can also give us access to some occasional life gain against, you know, for example, these Rakdos mid-range deck, or like Mardu mid-range decks that also have a lot of drain effects. Having Me Too Massacre is really neat in those matchups because they tend to have low toughness creatures. So with just like 4 or 5 mana, you can deal with most of their creatures with Me Too Massacre and also gain some life. So that's the deck. Had a lot of fun playing it. It's really cool to, you know, pressure your opponent with those 4/4 angels, and the rest of the deck around it is also just, you know, good control-y mid-range list. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I see you guys soon. Okay, so going first here, your first game of the first match. Looks fantastic. Let me actually check. That's fine, actually. Turn off Discord here. Yeah, doesn't make a difference. Turn 1 whether we play the Shipwreck Marsh or the Shattered Sanctum. It's fine either way. And we already got Fidra's Retribution in hand. Starting the pressure on turn 4. I mean, actually on turn 3, right, with heading announcement. Hello, Mr. Mikolote. Okay, this is probably a Rakdos list. So holding up the Absence here is a bad decision, so let's just foretell, behold the multiverse. I assume there's gonna be a matchup where there's gonna be a lot of rainy damage, which means that we probably wanna get rid of the Eye of Vecna, maybe. I'm gonna see. Let's play Wedding Announcement. We never really need more than one source of blue mana. So we can use the Pathway as a white source next turn. Let's attack here. We're gonna get an Angel token and a 1/1 from the Wedding Announcement, so can definitely attack here. No responses? Wow. Really? He's using a Voltage Surge on the token. He could have used it to kill this Angel. Right? Second artifact deals 4. Yeah, that was really good for us. Yeah, now we start to see basically turn 4. If you get an Angel out, that's a lot of pressure. Big flyer in the air with Vigilance. I mean, the Surge just kills the... Wait. Oh, he can! Okay. He can still sacrifice the artifact. That's fine. That's fine. Oh wait, I won't be able to attack with 2 creatures anyway next turn, so I might as well block, get rid of the 1/1. Ooh. Could put out another Retribution, or just make sure that we hint our land drop. I mean, the Wedding Announcement is going to flip, which means that our Angel is gonna be a 5/5, which means he won't be able to kill with a Voltage Surge. I think I'm willing to take that risk, especially since next turn our Angel will have double strike and will be able to kill a creature with power less than itself. So it could swing for 10 damage next turn and kill the Bloodthirst, the adversary, in the process. Opponent got an artifact, but a Voltage Surge won't do it. Okay, there's a Fable. Yeah, this is like the typical Rakdos midrange pile. See now. Okay, this is oh. See what it's doing. If our opponent decides to block the 2/2, we flash in the Emperor. Put one counter on it.
Finally, I'm home. We've got the edge in this fight.
Double strike. And we kill the Goblin Shaman. And next turn we got double strike again, which means we're actually threatening lethal here. And that's the beauty of this deck. We've been stuck at 4 mana for 2 turns now. But we're still applying a lot of pressure here. Takes 3 damage. Meathook Massacre is not doing it. Meathook Massacre is just getting out this 3/3. Okay. We still got lethal with Absence and double strike. Very nice. Easy game. Nice. Okay. First match, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Okay, against their deck. They're running some instant sorceries, they're running Deadly Dispute, they're running Voltage Surges. Vanishing Verse I think is good enough. Power Kill should be good enough in this matchup. I think we just keep the deck as is. There's no need for adjusting here. See. Just checking whether there are some new Capenna spoilers on the side. Good starting hand. Got a really nice curve. Ooh, old school dress. I like it. There's the Eye for the card draw. Dude, Eye of Vecna is so good. If you are in a life gain deck. So turn 3 he could play a Fable. But we don't have a turn 3 play. For now, let's just play the Eye. Draw a card. And then go from there. Nighthawk Scavenger. Decline. Gonna exile that. I think I'm doing it now, just to avoid a Deadly Dispute, right? It could also be that this deck runs Aghanim's Awakening, so, you know, exiling it could actually be a big deal. We actually didn't see in the first matchup whether they run Invoke Despair. Sorin, okay.
I bring war when it's broken. You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
I'm going to draw a card here. Because I'm gonna kill Sorin with the Absence. Or... oh, we actually can Vanishing Words, right? We don't have the mana. It's fine.
Darkness, I return.
Do a card. And eventually, because we're paying life for the card draw, we want to hit our March of Wretched Sorrow to gain some life back. Oh, that doesn't work. Enchantment. This is an artifact. Fine. Okay, so we want to go for the the Wandering Emperor here.
Learned much during my travels. Let me show.
This also makes it so that he won't draw cards from Florian. Okay. Don't get the life gain, which sucks, but it's still off the board. So now we're down to 12 life, which means we need to be more cautious with our drawing cards from Io Fecna. I should put in Meetung Massacres in the sideboard. Let's make a samurai.
Try not to miss me.
He also got a hive open, so
Keep watch for
we could go Vanishing versus Behold, which is maximum mana efficiency, but I'd rather get a wedding announcement going. And then we can still hold open the Vanishing verse. Right? If we block like this, we could have a Meetung Massacre for x equals 1. I could actually even Vanishing versus Vampire. I think I'm blocking like this. Nah, let's skip the Vanishing verse for now. We're just gonna draw into our March of Wretched Sorrow for some life gain. This deck would certainly benefit from new Elspeth Planeswalker from Streets of New Capenna. I am declining. Okay. Let's main phase Behold. Actually like both of these very much. More card draw in the rampage. Fantastic. And we just chill. Maybe I should have already Vanishing Verse the Vampire Tongue last turn. X equals 2. Okay, so now I know he won't be able to activate a Hive this turn, so let's Vanishing Verse this token. This way he can also just select the top card of his library with Florian. Should we draw a card? I don't think so. Another wedding announcement, no? Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for a March. Let's just go Rampage and Foretell Behold the Multiverse. So we get a 5/5 on the board and a 2/2. Unless he has a Voltage Surge right now. Okay, so the thing is, he can kill the Angel with Harvester, but then he has to sacrifice a creature because of Rampage. Duress? What? Oh, both. Okay. That's actually fine. He can take the Wedding also in here, it's not a big deal. Good thing we've foretold Build the Multiverse. No attacks. No attacks, none. Okay, we decline. It's pretty good. Let's build the Multiverse first. I really want to find the marches. Okay, there's no way we can take it on. Do we want a powered kill? Could actually be pretty good here. Okay, I mean, with the land, this means we can play the Retribution. But we can play Retribution and have a power kill. That's actually... That's annoying, but we can just get another Angel on the board, I guess. I wonder if I should play this Eye of Vecna. Go down to 6 life. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, he does have the Hive. I think we can go down to 6 life. Also because we really need to survive this turn, so the next turn we can just kill 2 creatures with the Angels. From, or through Firja's Retribution. Okay, Angels are gone, but he needs to sacrifice 2 creatures. And we still have the human token to block, so that's good. Blocking here, so he's not drawing any cards. Alright, Mito Massacre did damage. Decline. Emeria's Call, huh? I mean, we gotta do it. Unfortunately, this won't be even lethal, because this, like with Double Strike, this represents only 20 damage. I guess in this matchup I have to get rid of the eyes, and I also need to adjust the sideboard. Could put some Mito Massacres in the sideboard, maybe. Okay. That's fine. The big question here, do we pay? So I'm gonna be able to kill this Nighthawk Scavenger with the powered kill. I think I'm actually paying, because if we find a March of Wretched Sorrow, we really back into the game. Not it. Also not it. Okay, that's bad. That is bad. Ah, they don't have vigilance. Right. The Emeria's Call Angels don't have vigilance. Okay. Mistake from my side. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I need more ways to put life gain into the deck. I think these eyes are too much. Should I put in Doom Scars? Maybe 2 Doom Scars or Archons. I mean, Archons can be useful. I'm feeling the Archons more. Delete the eyes. It's okay. Okay, no duress, turn 1 this time. That's the wedding announcement. I could actually exile this Bloodcaster right now. There is no... he can't Deadly Dispute or anything. I think I'm doing this right now. So gaining some life.
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off. You are not much of a roadblock.
Okay, that sucks. Lose the Emperor, but it's okay.
Until next time, then.
Okay, Retribution is sick. We get a 4/4 in. That will become a 5/5. So we now really wanna get a blue mana so that we can use our card draw here. March is sick against the Den. 1 mana exile. But we're gonna exile the Scavenger. Actually, no, we can just kill it with our Angel here. Can actually even do something better. Attack with the Angel. Go to blocks. Flashing the Emperor, give this first strike. And then also kill the Harvester.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. Show them how we
This way we
treat
can
our
kill both
enemies.
creatures. Fuck yeah. Let's go for a strike. And now we still have mana open for a March if he decides to activate the Den of the Bugbear. Pretty good. Sure. Next turn we have if you want, a 7/7 with double strike coming our opponent's way, but we probably just make a Samurai token here. Oh yeah. X equals 0. Insane. March is so insane. Okay, sure. Okay, we need a blue land, please. Let's think. If you make it a 7/7, that's 14 damage. It's gonna be at 9 life after that. Right now we deal 12 damage, 11 life, 6 plus. I can actually leave this warrior as a 6/6 and also attack with the hive. And this way we also threaten lethal next turn anyway. Let's get rid of this Vaulted Surge. What you gonna do, Mikolote? So he's got 6 mana available. It's not enough to kill the Angel. Even 7 mana is not doing it. He would need 8 mana to play Midog Massacre for a 6. Did he leave? Finger opponent left. I think we won.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments here. One more life gain in the deck, more marches probably. Okay, going first again, pretty nice. Maybe we got double I. I can play it on 2 to find land. I'm gonna keep it. I have Vecna is so nice. If you can make sure that you have enough life gain, just have the option to just every turn draw an extra card for 2 mana and 2 life, but it's fine. Hello, Mr. Better than beer. Thank you. Okay, we get a land. We don't. Which means we'll have to draw an extra card next turn. Ooh, that's bad. I think I'm gonna have to do this. Ah! I could have discarded this eye actually. Yeah, never keep a 2-lander, I guess. Actually, zoom in a bit. I'm vanishing, we're using this Storm Seeker now. This way it stays day. And yeah. Okay. Bad first game, shouldn't have kept that hand. Okay, wait, we're up against aggressive red, so let's get rid of the eyes, put in the trespassers for some life gain. We could actually put in Doom Scars, right? Get rid of the single tie removal, put in Doom Scars. And we actually don't I guess Thorn is a little bit too slow. And I think that creatures are small enough that once we got something like a Rampage on the board, we're absolutely fine, so we don't need the value from Fidra's Retribution to win. Okay, there we go. So making this black mana. Hotel the Doomscar. Card in the graveyard. So let's say next turn there's a 3 mana haster. We would take 6 damage, go down to 13. I mean, if we do Scar now, that's mana efficient. And next turn we could go Vanishing Verse, Foretell, Behold, and then the turn after, draw cards. What if we build the Multiverse now and do the next turn? I think that's better now. Right? Take less damage. And we get the full use out of our mana every turn. Okay, that's...
Oh, I've never crashed away.
That's actually perfect for us. Don't care about that
toast?
1 damage.
I'd love to.
Exile this.
Aw, party's over.
Now, do we want to be prepared for a Thundering Raiju? Four damage. I think I'd rather make sure that we actually get something in hand. Cemetery Gatekeeper. Okay. Oh, it's actually 5 damage, but it's fine. There's the call. Got this enter tapped. I guess I could have used Behold the Multiverse first to see what we get, but this is also fine. Okay. Igneous Inspiration. Expanded Anatomy, okay. Both of these are really good. Gonna gain some life back. We're gonna have the board presence with Rampage. A Rampage is pretty much a nightmare for our opponent to deal with. Because 4/4 is quite big. And even if they kill it, they have to sacrifice creatures. And now we gotta march to gain some life back. That's really good. I'm definitely blocking this. For sure. Right? When it dies, just to decide, is he going face or is he killing the angel? I think it's going to go face. Right? He's not going face, okay. Yeah, I think we just keep on the march. And if we don't have to use it, we can simply draw cards. Oh yeah. fine. That is okay. You make us pay the mana cost. I let him resolve it first, so that he has limited information on the march. This might influence his learn decision. Start from the scratch. Yeah, he tries to just snipe me here. Go back to 10 life. Oh yeah. Another 4/4 on the board. Foretell, behold. We're at 10 life. We threaten to have an angel that can kill basically any creature he plays, except for maybe Thundering Raiju or Raiju. Yeah, and this start from scratch was just a pretty bad idea. Attack here. I'm gonna main phase Behold the Multiverse. This might influence our decision. I actually don't want another wedding announcement. It did influence our decision because now we got a Wandering Emperor. Let's end the turn. I mean, I don't know if these decks run any kind of hard reach. Sure. I mean, I don't know what's that going to do, what that is going to do for him, but okay, I guess he wants to kill this angel with the start from scratch, but if he tries to do that, we can just put a 1/1 counter on it. Hell yeah.
Run away. You'll be safe. Strike fast and strike hard.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I could actually run a test of talents against all these Ignis Inspirations. But is it better than anything we already have in the deck? I guess I don't necessarily need a March, but in most situations March is gonna be better, probably. Yeah. I think there is an argument to be made to even completely remove Future's Retribution for the Thorin, because Thorin provides lifelink. Yeah, that's not a keep. Game! Well, actually, we have 2 lands. We got a Doomscar, so if you draw a 3rd land, and we're going 2nd anyway, this might be fine. Guess. So we can either get rid of an Emperor or get rid of one of the 3 drops. I think I'm getting rid. Well, the thing is, with Trespasser we don't see black mana yet. Like this. I think it's better. Let's just get rid of the Emperor. That's bad. Turn 1 play. I think we got 28 lights in the deck.
This little candle's gonna set your world on fire. Woohoo! Watch me heat up the dance
Yeah,
floor.
that sucks. Now, given that he has equipped this rabbit, or the rabbit battery, I think, I mean, Fateful Absence was also a play there, but the thing is, we can now board wipe and then still have a board presence afterwards.
So
Yeah, it's a freaking Raiju!
what?
But as I said, now we can board wipe and have a board presence, which is huge. Man. If we get a Trespasser out, it's gotta be amazing for the life gain.
Aw, you're looking a little singed.
This ult is at 7. Whoa. Land, untapped land. I think we're 100% dead. I think the most likely scenario in which we survive if we Fateful Absence the genre. This way he can draw into another card or ping us for 1.
Next time, I'll wear more comfortable shoes.
Right? What is this last card? Okay, we're dead. Wait, are we? Oh yeah, we are. Damn. Damn! I mean, with these starting hands, what can you say?